Hey everyone. Another quick little comment or questions or whatever that I have in here that I'd love to answer. But this one I thought was really interesting. It's interesting to me and probably some other people because you don't really think of this, and that is the shocking costs of incontinence. Because it's not something that we all think about, but incontinence does cost. And there's a physical cost, meaning emotional, as a cost to yourself, your psyche. But there's also that actual cost of money. If you have an issue with leaking, just either a little bit or a lot. So I'll preface that by saying if you have a little bit of leakage and you're wearing a smaller pad or a lighter pad, they are less expensive, but you still have to buy them. If you have a lot of leakage, you're going through pads. So I did kind of look up, and I used to actually uh, care for people who were older, and sometimes I would go out and be able to purchase the pads, etc., for them. And they're expensive. I was actually very surprised at how much they cost. So when you add up the cost of, and one of the main name brands, I won't really say what the brand is, but one of the really name brands of pads, they can run anywhere from, if you get them at a big box store, probably $18, $19, $20, but they can go up to almost $40 for a container. And if you can go through one and a half, sometimes more per month, that really adds up. So if this is you, this is something I want you to think about. What is the cost monetarily of the pads that I'm using? And should I just break down and get help so that this does not continue to happen? When I added it up, just on average, it was about $500 a year just for the pads, And then we can talk about the emotional, just the emotional part. Because if you have an issue with leaking during the day, you can worry about whether or not I'm going to leak in public. That actually, I was reading this study, and that was 69% of women. They said that was their biggest fear. Because most of us, have leaked a couple drops one time, and that it's always in the back of your mind. Once it starts at one time, it's always in the back. And then if it happens more and more, then it comes more to the forefront. But you worry about that. If you actually indeed leak, there are some of my clients have stopped, they had stopped going out. They had stopped socializing. If it wasn't something that was really, really important, they just didn't go or just didn't do it simply because they just did not want to worry. They didn't want, number one, to have to worry about putting on the pads. Number one, leaking through your clothes, carrying extra clothes, and then doing all that laundry. They were like, I'll just stay home. That would be something I would do. I'll just stay home. I can't. But it also can decrease your productivity. So if you are still working, or if you work at a company, or even working from home, because working from home is really hard too. If you're working from home, it can decrease your productivity simply because either you're running to the bathroom, you don't want to leak, so you're going to the bathroom more frequently than you're supposed to, or you just keep running, just keep running, or just keep worrying. If you're out at an actual meeting, you're just thinking, especially if you get that urge to go to the bathroom, oh my goodness, please, I don't want to have to get up. I don't really want to leak here. Oh my goodness, when are they going to stop talking? That kind of thing. So if you are actually having bladder leaks, I want you to think about that. There is one other point that I have known for years, actually, because, doing pelvic floor work, we kind of keep up with the statistics. But did you know that incontinence in men and women is one of the number one reasons why older people have to go into nursing homes? That's shocking. At least it was to me. Because there are a couple things, and I'll then wrap this up. But if you're leaking and you are older, you don't, and you have on a diaper or an incontinence pad, et cetera, et cetera. If they're not changed often, you can get sores in the area, right? And unfortunately, they can get infected. Another thing is that if you do have leakage or you have frequency and you're running to the bathroom a lot and actually trying to get there faster, excuse me, you can fall. And as has been shown in research, falling and breaking your hip is one of the number one reasons that older people start to fail. So all that to say, there are a lot of costs, just costs associated with urinary incontinence. That is why it is so important, if this is you, if you have even the beginnings of incontinence, it is time for you to seek help. It is time to seek help. There are many things out there. You can go even to my website, thepelviccoach.com. Until then, if this information was helpful to you, which I hope it was, I hope it just kind of struck something in your mind. Please be sure to subscribe, of course, and ask any question that you want. If you have a question, because I like to answer those questions that are also off the beaten path. So ask any question you want. I will certainly, if I don't know it, I will research it, ask my fellow colleagues, and go ahead and get you that information that you need. So thank you so much for listening. And again, subscribe and share, and I certainly would appreciate it. Thanks.